and welcome to My Brother, and Me, an advice show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
And me, well, I'm your middleest brother, Travis McElroy.
I'm your youngest one, Griffin McElroy. What do we laugh? We record these on Thursdays. We have no fucking idea what kind of a weekend ahead of us we have. Laughter may not be the order of the day come Monday afternoon, but I don't know, man. May as well laugh when you can, right?
Right?
Hey, all things considered, not a bad week. All things considered, not a bad week.
Comparatively. All things considered. If you were to take all things into consideration, not a bad week.
Here's what I was going to say. I'm just going to say this one thing. I'm just going to say this one thing.
Okay. Yeah.
If you told me one calendar year ago that the week that contained a day that I woke up with a fever, thinking I had a deadly virus, then got tested for that deadly virus, and I would think of that week as a pretty good week.
Yeah.
I would have not believed what you were saying. I would not have believed it. But that situation did transpire.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. But still, pretty good week.
You know, if you had told me when I was a young lad of, say, 8 or 9, that there would come a week where a fly landing on someone's head was national news, I would have laughed in your face.
Fucking funny, and
I would have laughed in your face.
The bug landed there because it was shit, and he smelled the shit, and he wanted to eat it and barf on it, which is what
that's pretty much what everyone's going with. Shit.
It's fucking good, man. I do want to point out 2 things. One, still very bad things. Happened during the week.
Yeah.
It was a terrible week. But also, it's Thursday at 1:42 Central Time, which is the only time zone that matters to me. By the time this episode comes out, there are 3 days, dudes, where totally not righteous stuff will happen.
Yeah, we're recording this several days before. So absolutely.
So I don't know why you guys are calling this fucking wild. I guess it's
calendar. I'm going by calendar since last Thursday. Thursday to Thursday.
Yeah,
that week.
Now let me say this: if we were able to cut and paste this week into say like 2011, this would have been the worst week of 2011. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm talking about. But here in 2020.
A fly landed on our American vice president's head.
Wouldn't that have been ironic? Would have landed on Joe Biden's head back in 2010.
Oh, now the dots are starting to connect. Thank you, Travis. The fly was a little tiny drone.
That's wild to think about.
But it's definitely true.
Now, here's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to say, man, I hope this isn't true, but like in 2030, we'll look back on this week and be like,
nobody can withstand this.
Oh, you're probably right. Or maybe we'll look back and be like, there's no way that week happened.
If I'm still allowed to think in 2030, I will consider that a success.
That's fair.
That will be a high watermark.
That is fair. That is fair.
This is My Brother, Me. It's a advice show for the modern era. We're so happy to be here with you.
We got a special guest, The Fly.
Here he is.
I can't believe
I landed on the dude's head because it's the things they're saying is total bullshit.
So are you voting for Joe Biden?
I'm actually, as all bugs are, a registered libertarian.
I'm voting for Jorgensen like Ken Bone.
I did have a thought, you guys. Can you imagine, here we are 4 years later, to be Ken Bone and to look at the news and realize I share the same amount of like public affection as a fly does now. Like in 2016...
He was the fly.
He was the
Ken Bone of 2020.
The fly is the Ken Bone. The Ken Bone is the fly. That must be a sobering realization.
I cannot believe. Can we briefly? I'm just going to briefly talk about Ken Bone, who is, by the way, not a good person.
No,
judging by the Reddit history, not a good person, Ken Bone. So I want to say that up front, established. Second thing I want to say: can you imagine there was a person who was so hee-haw stupid that they couldn't pick who they wanted to be the president. And a real reporter, a paid reporter, was like, I have got to check back in with that dude.
Yeah.
And see where his head was at. He was so absolutely out of his melon that he couldn't make a decision. I wonder where his head is at now. This is a big thinker. I got to see where he's at.
A free thinker. Maybe.
Free thinker.
Think of it that way, Choose.
Yeah, he's free to take his vote and flush it right on the fucking toilet.
Okay.
Ken Bone also probably doesn't. He probably only owns red sweaters, right? Like he doesn't.
At this
leave the
point,
house
he's
without-
a full-blown.
funny.
Yeah.
He's a full-blown bone.
Full-blown bone.
That's his thing, you know what I mean? Like, he only knows how to be Ken Bone.
I hope he's doing the con circuit. Anyway,
I hope he's not, because if he is, I'm going to have to see him, and I'm going to have to say, I wish they could have gotten the Fly.
Red.
It's too bad the Fly is too popular.
God, we could do more Fly stuff, but you know it's going to be on SNL, and this will come out after SNL. That we're beating.
Well, let's call it. Oh, let's call it. This will be fun. We're recording this 3 days before then. What do you think is going to... I think it'll be probably a weekend update bit.
Fuck.
No. Oh, no. It's in the intro.
Oh,
It's
really?
like they zoom in on the Fly, and it's like Fred Armisen is back to be the Fly.
Shit.
Oh, that's good. That's good. What if it's like a Godfather kind of thing where they got Jim Carrey, he's playing Joe Biden, and Joe Biden is like sitting at his desk, but it's like, one downward light, and the Fly comes, and Joe Biden's like, you did it. The thing now what can I do for you? And the Fly's like, I just want a big pile of shit.
Yeah.
To like do rails of or whatever. I haven't seen Godfather. And then Joe Biden's like, you got it. Live from New York. It's Saturday
Fucking
night.
good. That's it. Couldn't bring myself to watch Jim Carrey's Joe Biden because I just saw the thumbnail image and I was like, I don't think my anxiety over this election is so high that I do not need my man Ace Ventura in there sort of poking about my neurons, getting them all twisted up, getting me, busting my gut, busting my family's gut for sure.
I guess I just worry that if I saw it, it would bust my gut so hard that all my intestines would spill out.
Yeah. Happens
Which would
sometimes.
be pretty spooky.
Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. All right.
Oh, the Fly. Sexy the Fly is going to be huge this
Oh
Halloween.
my God.
Sexy the Fly.
I mean, flies are already.
What if they get What if they get Goldblum?
oh.
What if they get Goldblum?
What if they get Goldblum?
Okay, let's help.